we are live again. Lots of water on 75. Lots of water. And lots of cars stopped on the westbound side. So if you are going westbound or you are going to be heading that way, please take caution. Very heavy rains. I just hydroplaned all the way across the bridge. Not purposefully. We are going 30 miles an hour, but we did hydroplane all the way across the bridge, and I might need a new set of underwear after that. But water on the road plus winds at 60 miles an hour, not great. Not a great look, but we're getting through it. We are getting through it. Nothing like having training. And please do not do what this person is doing. Do not stop under underpasses. That is just making a wind tunnel, and is not great to be stuck in if winds come through. Do not do that. It's scientifically proven to be more dangerous than seeking shelter in a ditch or something. So, just a pro tip, do not do that. Holy hydroplane. Jared, one of the stores asked if you're going to... Is it going to hit Harrisburg? No, this is in Sioux City. We are in Sioux City. We're over by the Target. If you guys know where that is, we're literally right beside the Target. We're going grand total of 15 miles an hour. So that is great. We are pointed in the wind now, so that will make it a lot better, but also a lot worse. Stephanie Carroll asked, where's Elk Point? Elk Point is in South Dakota. The description hasn't been updated yet. So we are in Sioux City. We are under a severe thunderstorm warning as of this point for 60 mile an hour winds. So that is what we are up against. We're gonna stop. I don't believe it's safe. Keep going. So we're gonna stop right here, side of the road. Possibly rejoin traffic here in a second when the winds get calmed down a bit.
Jerry said Sioux City, one Stephanie said.
Actually, we can keep going. I think I can nail this now. We got some traffic in front of us, so I can see lights. like I said earlier, impromptu chase. And this isn't even the chase vehicle either. So the Rain-X on the side of my windows is working, but not working at the front, which is really weird. But, we have just gotten off of 75 north, and we are going to hit 20 east. We're going to start heading east. Update. There is rotation to our south. When we get in front of this, I'm guessing when we get around Mulville, we are going to try to see if we can't see something spin up. Kind of got caught in the storm, made a wrong turn. Well, wasn't really wrong at the time, but I will admit I made a mistake there. Going through South Sioux, kind of put us in a bad spot. But we are getting, because this is getting very annoying. I don't like not seeing for long periods of time, so I don't think anybody does, but especially if cars coming at you in the other lane. It's not the most fun thing in the world, but we get through it. We power through. We are on 20 eastbound. We are heading towards Mobile. And I'm guessing once we hit Mobile, we will be able to see something again.
Yep.
Right now, that's what we're dealing with. So, any questions? We will be, my co-pilot here will be reading and relaying comments and questions and concerns to me. So, if you guys have any questions, let me know. gnarly 4th of July storm too. Lots of fireworks. The lightning. Thank goodness, are we gonna get our own lane here? I think we're gonna get our own lane. Which would be sweet! Gotta slow down here. Make sure we don't hydroplane and break through barriers. Lots of water. So now we have our own 2 lanes. Thank the Lord. US Highway 20 eastbound. I can see the outside of the storm, which is good. Trying to get in front of it. It's only moving 30 miles an hour, so I doubt it, but this is fun. This is what I enjoy. So adjust the camera angle here so you guys can see all the way in front of me what I'm seeing pretty much, which isn't much, but we are getting there. We are getting there. You can see the outer edges of the storm. Very nice. We're going to go through some heavier rain here for about 2 minutes. And some heavier wind. But get out on the other side of it, we will be good to go. We are using KFSD. Rotation, if there's any, should be southeast of Sioux City. But at this point, I'm just trying to get out in front of the line. Yeah, I can see the edge of it, which is very good. So we are hitting the outskirts of the front of the storm, at least. So that is very good. Slow down here so we don't get too much speed coming down this road, so we don't hydroplane. Don't want to do that. Never can be too safe on these chases. So. Rain's starting to lighten up. Thank the Lord Almighty. Very happy about that. We can lighten up our wipers a little bit. For those of you who do not know, we are entering the town of Lawton. For those of you who do not know this area, this is just east of Sioux City. Smaller town. Got a school, so they got that going for them. I'm guessing you do not want to hear most of the history about the town, but I don't know what else to say. I mean, we're looking at a very high precipitation storm that we got here. Just drove through about 15 to 20 minutes worth of rain and thunder and wind and hydroplaning and not seeing to get out in front of this. But it should be good now. There shouldn't be too much heavy rain or anything, and the road should be a little bit clearer because there hasn't been that much rain in this area today. Just a little bit earlier though. A couple storms came through. Nothing too terribly crazy. Nothing like down by Sioux City where there's literal pools all over the road. You know? Just off to our right here, we had a little bit of spinning that I can see. But You do also have to remember this is now, I would consider this a line of storms. So lines conjure, they become longer, and then they get little notches in there in the lines where tornadoes can form, and they'll just spin up real quick. It'll be a 5-minute thing and it'll be gone. So I'm not really looking for tornadoes at this point, but if any are here, we'll be here for it. But for right now, we are just trying to get in front of it to where we can see if we can't pick up radar again and try to warn the people out in front of this, because there is some heavy winds in that thing. Almost blew me off the road at one point. I had to pull over. The live stream ended up ending at one point as well, and as it ended, my co-pilot here, Gunner, he tried to get that back online while I was crossing the bridge, and we almost hit the sidewalls on the bridge because the wind and the water was so incredibly fast and accumulating like very quickly. But we were able to safely navigate that and, you know, go 15-20 miles an hour over the bridge. It was, like I was saying earlier, I might need a new set of pants, but we're alright. We're alright. So if we are alright and we don't see anything, that is good. But still lots of inflow into this storm. Lots of clouds moving into it. There's a lot of scud clouds that bring in energy and feed into the storm. So lots of that still coming through. So the storm is still pumping really good. It might be gaining some strength still. We're gonna take a second and regroup here. We just exited the line here. I do see where the area of rotation could possibly be down there. I'm gonna try to get out in front of it and go over towards Climbing Hill. Which is still in the T area, or T Storm Chasers viewing area. Wouldn't even call it a viewing area, but our coverage area. We extend 100 miles outside of T in all directions, so 100 miles outside of T in all directions we will cover. So to the people in Sioux Falls and around, the people around and near Sioux Falls that are kind of wondering why we're covering this, that is exactly why. The wind just got really heavy. Holy. But for the people in Sioux Falls wondering why we are covering this, that is exactly why, and we are trying to do our jobs. There might not be as many people down here in Sioux City that follow the T-Storm Chasers page, but if there is, we are trying to push warning out to them and trying to keep them safe, and do the exact same like we would try to do to the people who are in and around the Sioux Falls area. So just trying to do our due diligence and warn the public. So that is what we are doing. So if you're from the Sioux Falls area and the surrounding areas, this isn't for you, but anybody around in and around Sioux City, this is for you. This is pretty good storm we got going on here. Very, very, very heavy rain. I will say that much. Very heavy rain. We were in the rain for a good, what would you say, 20 minutes to a half an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, so within that, Sioux City's probably got a new rain record for the 4th of July. Possibly. I do not know that for sure, but we are just getting into Mobile, and we are going to turn right onto K 64. And we got a possible funnel right in front of us here. Yeah, that looks like it's spinning.
Yep.
You might want to get ready to call that in. Not yet, but I'm going to try to get around these trees and see if we can't see anything touching the ground or anything. But we may possibly have a funnel cloud right on the other side of these trees, but not for sure yet. Saw something right as we were about to go into the or towards the storm again, but didn't quite get a great look at it, but we should get a good look at it after this. And let me eclipse this hill and see.
Corey said it's great that you're doing all this and you're forewarning people, but you have people in Sioux Falls that are wondering if this is coming their way since you guys are covering it. A lot of people don't know you cover other areas.
Yeah, we're trying to make that known. We don't really show a lot of the southern areas the love that they deserve, but we still do cover them. And since I'm from down here and starting to help the organization, we'll try to make that known because we want to be able to warn all the people that we possibly can, that we can get warning out to, and that's our goal. So get over this hill here. There's way too many hills over here outside of Sioux City. Again, sorry if the cell service is spotty and the video quality is not the greatest, but we are just working with what we have right now, and what we have is a hot spot. So, is that something? I would like these trees to move. That'd be great. I see where you're looking. Lots of scud. Probably want to turn around right about now, but we're gonna keep heading this way. Take a look at the radar for me, Gunner.
Yep. What do you want me to press?
I need look at the base velocity, please.
Supervise?
Yep.
Alright.
Base velocity. We do have a little something to the south. It might be a little bit of an info notch. Wait 1 second, hang on just one more time. Trying to stay in the middle of the road when there's no cars around because there's water pooling on the side of the road. So you guys do notice that isn't just me being a bad driver or anything. That's just me trying to stay the heck out of being hydroplaned. Technically right now I have my iPhone that is live streaming to you great people, but if you could see what I'm seeing right now, it's a sight to behold. It's very, very. You just look up and the clouds are curving, and it's pretty crazy. It's very crazy. But I'm gonna keep on rolling. Stop trying to blabber my mouth off like crazy, but trying to give you guys some information and trying to comb you over because I mean it's not really too interesting right now. Might know that, but we're just looking all over the place, making sure we're not missing everything or anything, I should say, and trying to warn the great people in our coverage area.